Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal, my people? What's the deal, my people? It's your boy Jason. Late night hero. It's a late one tonight, people. We don't know. The show must go on. Yeah, we had a lot of things to do with the family tonight. And we got all of it done. Yes. Respect to my big daughter dancing in the big production at school tonight. Was excellent. Yes, had a great time. But now it's EPL time, people. You don't know. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, the matches start. There are going to be 10 EPL matches. All the teams will be playing. So you know that we're going to break down all of it for you guys here on the show. Yes, people, the EPL preview show, we do it every week. Of course, we're doing some overtime this week because we're fixtures. So big respect to all the people that took part in the predictions that we do every week. We're going to do it tonight as well. So if you plan to be around, we're going to go through all the games. And by the end of it, people, we'll know, say, yeah, we have a picks them locked in. And last week, I think it made perfect sense that the host of the show put him time in and do all the research. And, yes, I should finish the week on the top of the table, which is what happened. Them say, them tell me that it was rigged. Them tell me say it rigged, bro. Them tell me say me rig the league and make sure I win. But a full system of chat, but us win. I don't win every week. Some weeks I lose, but this time we took it to a moon. Big up yourself, bro. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good, man. Family good, everybody good. Yeah, and it's time to break down some EPL, Yeah, man. We actually get closer to Liverpool, So, is it false hope? That's the question, unknown. Is it false hope? Because I don't see any striker coming through the door for the game tomorrow. So, I guess it really gonna have to be set piece FC, It look like I saw we have to go score a goal. Our keeper for make a mistake. Yeah, bro. But yo, big up all the people. You don't know it's YouTube, so you have to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. That is the most important thing. See, that's the best way you can support the channel. Of course, there's other ways to do it, and you don't know there's other ways to do it, but we're not allowed it. You don't know when you drop your chat, there's other ways to drop your chat, and yeah, you can support the channel in that way. But another way still that I think I would really appreciate as well, become a member to the channel, people. A lot of you are here every single week. You don't know, it's just an easy way to support the channel. $1.99, hit the join button. I believe it should be right there if you're watching it on like your PC or tablet or whatever. If you're not on a TV, you should be able to just click on a button right there on YouTube. Close to where the like button is and everything. It said join, just click it, and that is how you become a member of the channel, people. So, yeah, man, can do those things to support Jason Gooner and Jason Gooner TV, because you don't know, want to expand and get better, improve, and you don't know the people that are there from the foundation. When time the thing turn up later now, and they can say, yo, so we're there from when the man just then I'm like a studio doing thing. Yeah, man. So we're gonna do it, people. So yeah, we're going to get there, people. I will not give up because it's really something I'm full joy doing. Honestly, like this don't come in like work or nothing like that. This is just, I just love football. I love talking about football. And yeah, I would like to think that the way I break down football is palatable. You can listen it, you can take it in, and and it's not like I can't take opinions from other people, can have a conversation about it, but you don't know, and in the end, after I fully explain myself, you're gonna say, yo, say it makes sense. Yeah, man. Big up Mirac. Where say Gabriel number 9. Boy, that sound like the plan still, I will not have no other number 9, to be honest, I tell you the truth. All right, people. So we're now itching up. I run the show, kind of late, you see me? So I'll go straight to I'm find what I want to look on first. Team news, yes. Ooh, so this is interesting news here. All right, so we have something fresh for all you Chelsea fans out there. We need a striker and a left winger, but Jesus was informed. Coach decided to drop him for Havertz. How has that worked out? Coach is a dunce. Yeah, I think it's very hard to argue with people that say Arteta dunce these days, I got to be honest. And it's not even, I don't even kill him so much, even though I kill him a little bit for the tactics sometimes. I just feel like in press conferences, it just gotten worse. The way the man I move deluded, you see me? 3 trophy, him a talk about community shield, him a call them trophy. It don't even name community trophy, it name shield. Anyway, people, this is some hot breaking news out of Chelsea. Enzo Maresca delivers Chelsea team news. All right. So make see what I say. So there's 4 players that look like them nursing slight knocks after the midweek games. Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Levi Colwill, and Lavia all being monitored ahead of the fixture. Damn. Cole Palmer, they're in the FPL team, people. Jaja. We were without Cole today. He was not in the session. Levi was also not in the session. Enzo wasn't in the session. Romeo wasn't in the session. So we have 3 or 4 players who are doubts for Monday's game because of the last game. Well, the good thing for them is it's Monday. So, yeah. I could have, my figure says something did wrong with Cole Palmer in the game then, we can get quiet in the second half. Cole had a kick in the ankle in the first half. He didn't train today. We don't know if we'll train tomorrow or in 2 days. It's the same situation with Enzo, Levi, and Romeo. Damn. Chalobah came back from Crystal Palace. They recalled him. I think that was prudent business because them have centre backs, they're fit, but they're not so good, So Chalobah, I think, is just as good as all the others they had and was playing decent for Crystal Palace too. So seems that makes sense to me. We have a few injuries, as you know, so we're looking for a solution. We thought the best solution would be to call back Trev. Yeah, I think that's actually smart business there. And I'm sure the player is probably happy to go back because, Crystal Palace is decent, but I would think as a player you'd want to be in the Chelsea project right now. He has always been like that. Press conferences are a joke. Coach been saying there is no excuse while making excuses for 5 years. Yeah, he does a lot of double speak, They got close to him in the second half and he found it tough to turn out of trouble. Yeah, but you could tell something was going on physically though, even though he doesn't really use physical so much like the speed, but he does have a nice change of pace, and the change of pace wasn't there in the second half. But you're right, you have to give Palace their credit as well. Liverpool to assess Diogo Jota fitness. The man unfit again. Ford reported discomfort after his goal scoring cameo. Jeez. Not sure if he'll be available for tomorrow. We have to wait and see. All right, so Jota looks doubtful. Yeah, so basically the news for Liverpool is basically Jota is the one problem. Luis Diaz was asked about what he said he should be fine. Didn't train the day before, but was going to train today. So Jota, the main doubt for Liverpool, it looks like. Moving on, Werner looks like he'll be out. Yeah, so that's basically the main news on the fitness side of things. In the Prem, the big news, of course, Palmer out for the Monday fixture. Jota going to face a late fitness test. Werner on the sidelines as well for a while. And Broja, unlucky Broja, out again. So it's not looking good for him. Big up DJ Gigs, what go on? Big up Float. I don't know, to be honest, he could not turn away from people to use the turn up PS. Bournemouth did well. Yeah, I said Palace, I meant Bournemouth. He had his back to goal in crowded areas, yeah. Do this season many teams get a lot of injuries more than normal? Would I say it's more than normal? Maybe, because I think the number of injuries are more. Like there are teams with just like 7, 8, 9 players out. So I would say yes. I would say yes. Bless up 1-1. Respect for the super chat, bro. Yeah, so that's basically it on the injuries. A lot of players coming back from injury as well. Danny Welbeck back with Brighton. That's a good pickup for them in terms of, what they were doing while he was available and fit. They were scoring a lot more goals. So let's see if he can find back his form for them. But let's get right into it, people. Let's get into it. Let's get into the fixtures. So let me pull up the fixtures on screen. All right, bright and early in the morning, we have Newcastle again at St. James Park hosting Bournemouth. This is the view of how it's looking for both teams. Newcastle in 4th, 38 points. Bournemouth in 8th place right now on 34 points. So both teams having very good seasons. Of course, Newcastle, I think it's 6 on the bounce in the Premier League. You see, they played very early in the season. They drew 1-1 in the reverse fixture. But, you look at the previous 5 fixtures for both teams. Newcastle, 4 out of 5 clean sheets. Only 1 goal conceded in 5. And they have a 4-0 win, a 3-0 win over Ipswich, over Aston Villa, 2-0 at Old Trafford, 2-1 against Tottenham away, and 3-0 last week, or midweek, against Wolves. So Bournemouth is coming into this game off the back of a 3-0 win at Old Trafford. Boy, Old Trafford, everybody just give them 2 and 3 nearly. Jeez. They drew with Palace at home, drew with Fulham away, beat Everton 1-0 at home, and drew last week. Spirited fight back performance from Bournemouth, taking the lead and then surrendering it late in injury time to the Reece James free kick. So Bournemouth also unbeaten in their last 5, but 3 draws and 2 victories, whereas the unbeaten Newcastle have 5 wins on the bounce plus another one, so 6 on the bounce in the Premier League. I think it's something like 8 or 9 in all comps. So they are definitely on a rich vein of form. And when you're talking about players on form, I think Alexander Isak is trying to catch up to his international teammate Gyökeres in terms of numbers. Isak has been on a tear lately. I think it's 8 games in a row now he has scored in. So it looks like he's going for that Jamie Vardy record. So first question to the people in the chat: is it just a given that Isak going to score tomorrow? Like, do you think he's definitely going to score a goal? Because I don't know, man. This guy is turning up and scoring goals for fun. Everybody always asks me, which player would I want for Arsenal? And, I know that Arsenal is a club that usually are unlucky with injuries. And I know that's probably the only thing about Alexander Isak that anybody could say negatively, is that maybe he's not the most durable. Like, he's injured a lot. So I understand that argument. But I'm telling you, when this guy is playing and he gets in any type of form, this is the type of run that he can give you. And I'm just looking back at like the last couple of games that we lost. The 2-0 to Newcastle, the penalty shootout 1-1 with Manchester United. And I'm saying if we had somebody like Isak in those 2 games, what would have been the score? Even the game in the North London derby, the amount of chances we miss. No Isak. So that's my dream striker, people. I know it probably can't happen in January, but whenever it can happen, they need to do it. But this was Newcastle team last week. Batman, Dan Burn. I think that is probably going to continue because I don't think Shar is quite back up to speed. I think he was sick or something like that. So don't think he's going to play. Livramento has pretty much uprooted Kieran Trippier from the starting lineup. Lewis Hall definitely nailed on going to play left back. And Dubravka really hasn't made them miss their number one keeper, Pope. So, he stepped in brilliantly for them. And then, this midfield right here, I've always said to me, is the strongest they can feel. Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes. And then you have the forward line of Anthony Gordon, Jacob Murphy, on good form this season, and of course Isak as well. And Gordon is also on a good run of form as well in terms of assists and goals. So, they have two pretty much unformed players who can cause damage, plus Jacob Murphy, who has been playing pretty much above expectation this season. And they definitely have a nice solid team right now, and they definitely have the belief, and Eddie Howe has them playing the style they want to play. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Bournemouth. But this is how Bournemouth ran out last week. Of course, all their strikers are injured. Evan Nielsen is out. Enes Unal is out. They don't really have another striker. I think they ended up recalling Jebison. I think he was on loan. And it's just kids basically they have on the bench. And Justin Kluivert, who had to come on early in the game when James Hill was injured. So, they are playing a very makeshift type of lineup right now, but one of the key cogs is there, and that's Antoine Semenyo. And I think when you look at like all his overall stats, the goal conversion isn't there, and you have to be honest, that's missing. But in terms of like getting shots in the game, attacking all the attacking stats besides the main one, which is goals, he's like all the way up at the top of all those stats. And I'm just thinking, if he can put everything together, I think his output will start to go crazy. The amount of goals and assists he will have. But it's going to be tough for him because, as I said, he doesn't really have, the main help that he would normally have. Atara is really a winger who they're just playing up front. Can do a job up there because he has the attributes to play forward. But, of course, if they had Evan Nielsen or even Unal, who I think is very clinical, they would have had a better chance, I think. But, they made it work last week. They still were a threat. David Brooks has come back from injury, and he's a pretty tricky player, left-footed, inverted, right-side player. So, yeah, they can cause some damage. I just worry that they're running into Newcastle at a time when, they're just a different animal. And that early kickoff St. James Park, they'll be rocking. So I think it's going to be crucial, the early part of this game, because I think a lot of times at St. James Park, if Newcastle scores first and the crowd really gets going, and, it can be very, very tough. So we're going to have to see how it works out for them. But what I'm thinking in this game, people, is I'm gonna go with the fact that Newcastle is just on fire right now. I think Bournemouth is gonna be one of their tougher challenges in this whole run. So for that reason, I think the whole clean sheet run at St. James Park probably comes to an end tomorrow. I think this is gonna be an entertaining one, people. I'm gonna say 3-2 Newcastle. 3-2 Newcastle. So we're going for a crazy start to the EPL weekend. 3-2 Newcastle is my prediction. Float, big up yourself. Float say 2-1 Castle. Coach, up full. 2-1 Newcastle. So what's been up with you in this cold season? Oh, one of my asks. It's a good run continue 2-1. Alright. We say want the golden boot. Yeah, bro. Man is not joking, bro. Big up Jamrock. Where you deal with? One Gunners, absolutely. You know the thing set. Eddie is a very good coach. Newcastle, very good team. They work so hard for each other, are organized, adaptable, play good football, always carry a threat. All facts there. Float say, yo, man, nah itch, you know. So the whole I scored them, man. Fixture. So I never write down the fixture, you know. Brentford, Liverpool, Leicester, Fulham, West Ham, Palace, Arsenal, Villa. Alright, so I'm now write no more for now. So the next game, people, 10 o'clock bells. Brentford, the Bees. Can they sting Liverpool tomorrow? So let's look at the recent form. Of course, the return fixture in August, 2-0 Liverpool won at home on that day. Brentford last 5. They have the 2-0 home loss to Forest. Drew 0-0 away to Brighton. Lost 3-1 at home to Arsenal. Away from home had a 5-0 victory over Southampton. And last week they fought back to get that 2-2 against Man City at the G-Tech. So, yeah, that's Brentford's recent form. Now, Liverpool unbeaten in their last 5, but they have drawn their last 2 matches. They beat Tottenham 6-3, beat Leicester 3-1, beat West Ham 5-0, drew with United at Anfield 2-2, and drew last week at the City, or this week at the City Ground, 1-1. So let's just take a look at Brentford's most recent 11 and just try to see what we think might change, if any. Flecken, Vandenberg, Collins, Keane, Lewis, Potter, and Roerslev. We saw in this game that Rico Henry came on very late. I don't think he's quite ready to start, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same backline for the next game as well from the start. Then in midfield now is where typically they will rotate stuff. Jensen, doesn't really start games in a row, so I don't know if he'll play from the start this game. Janelt, Norgard, if they're fit, most of the time, Janelt. I think Janelt and Jensen kind of rotate a bit more. Norgard will play if he's fit. Up front, I think Mbuma and Wissa, of course, undroppable, and also Damsgaard. But what could change is Damsgaard could drop more into the midfield, and you see the likes of Fabio Cavallo or more than likely Sade would be the one starting. So, yeah. But in this fixture against Liverpool, I could see him going with something similar to this, what he went with last week against City. Just because I think he liked how his team played. If you listen to the press conference, he said he thought it was one of his team's better performances this season. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he rewards those players as long as they came to the game fit with a start again. And then when you look at Liverpool's team that started against Forest, I think this team, Becker in goal, Van Dijk and Konate in the back line, Robertson and Trent. So basically the strongest defense and goalkeeper there. Midfield now, they went with Soboslai and McAllister and Gravenberch basically. Salah and Gakpo were wide, and then up front they have Luis Diaz starting. Obviously Simicas and Jota came on, and so this Curtis Jones a little bit after that. But typically what he'll do is maybe rotating Curtis Jones. Szoboszlai probably would be the one to make way if he makes that change. Of course, he has the option. He doesn't have the option, to play Jota from the start, it looks like. And I don't think that Darwin Núñez is fit. So, yeah, it's going to be some issues up front. I guess Diaz will have to start again up there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's an unchanged team. Only change I could see maybe happening is Curtis Jones starting for, I don't think he's dropping Gravenberch or McAllister. So I think it would be Szoboszlai who would make way. So that's the only change I could see happening. So in this game, I think Brentford does the back-to-back draw against the big team at home. And actually like the same scoreline as last week too. Desmond 2-2. Desmond 2-2. Yeah, I don't think Konate has looked sharp since he's been back from injury. Yeah, and I think that's gonna cause some problems, and I just feel like Brentford has the confidence to carve out chances tomorrow, and they have the players who are on form and confident enough to finish those chances. So I think it's gonna be a good game, and I could see that one ending 2-1. 2-all. Sorry, Brentford and Liverpool. And of course, you see the jersey. I would love for that to happen as well. Float same off a runway. These should all be my score predictions. Long day tomorrow. Suns game and church. All right, big up yourself, Float. Big up yourself, Float. Yeah, man. Float start sending me the pick them by the day. 2-1 West Ham. What that game today? 3-2 Liverpool. Foxes. Wait, 2-1 West Ham. 3-2 Liverpool. 1-all Foxes. But then he said Fulham 2-1. Yeah, I'm confused. I have to decipher that next time. I'm confused. To be honest, I'm not even eating a whole lot. Okay. Red Skull said 2-all. I go on Mad Skull. One Gunners, Pristine, up full. Respect, bro. Ever clean. So Red Skull, which game this? At the Newcastle game? Newcastle Bournemouth? Or the Brentford Liverpool? Which one? Let me know, Skull. Duke. I know say it past your bedtime, Duke. But the way I might today set, I just saw it enough for run, bro. Pristine said 3-1 to Newcastle. And Red Skull, I'm not sure if a 2-all or... I'm not sure if a 2-all for the first game. So me wait till you clear that up, Skull. What I say? For them game, then no score off the table. What I say? Potter going to continue to get them some points. All right, well, let's see. Bournemouth and Brentford steal some points. Okay, both of them. Mad. 2-1 Liverpool. Salah. Coach says Salah, you know. Liverpool 2, Brentford 1. Pristina Guffey title this week, you know. big up to one of the donkey them this week, you know. Hee-ha. Man still a speak donkey language. Big up yourself, Crazy Yardy TV. Don't that's it. That is it. Okay, 2 Liverpool Red Skull. All right. I remember know what you think about the Newcastle Bournemouth Skull. I think the two of them are going to draw. Brentford have been defending better. They will need to continue that tomorrow. Yeah, they will. They definitely will. Because I think in the City game, they were a lot more organized defensively, I think. I think you are right about that. And to be honest, that second goal was really just a mistake by Roslev. I mean, it was the first goal was brilliant. Yes, the marking could have been better, but sometimes the ball and the movement and the timing just going to beat everything. 1-0 Liverpool. So Duke say, yo, it's a low scoring. 3-1. All right, Yardy. Yardy say that we can name redemption time. 3-1 Newcastle. 2-1 Liverpool. West Ham 2-all. And Leicester 1-all. All right. This Gunners team not taking advantage. Well, we did last week because we knew, you know. No eating. No problem, Duke. Big up. 2-all Newcastle too. All right, so Skull say too much them ago. Desmond. Brentford have the tools to cause Liverpool problems. Pace and decent counter-attacking to be interesting. Liverpool want to make it as easy for Brentford to get behind the ball as City did. Yeah. Liverpool won't make it as easy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It depends though, because I think in a way, a part of what make Liverpool great, Slot kind of want to control, because he even made mention that the game can be like more like a basketball game. He said the game last week was like a basketball game too much. When they allowed them to counter. And I feel like at times Brentford can do just as well, do the things that Nottingham Forest do just as well, like the incisive pass to break the line to the Wissers, to the Mboumos, who then do something to create a finishing chance. And I think they're going to pose similar problems. Now, the difference, I think, is Nuno is a lot more disciplined in his team setup than how Frank is. I think Frank is like, listen, like Frank is like more of a romantic as a coach. Like him think, even though he's Brentford, him want to press. And, sometimes that leaves you more vulnerable. So, if Liverpool are on it, they will slice through Brentford at times. But, it just depends. That just depends on how much Liverpool is on it. They've been keeping the goals down. They were conceding 3 against dead teams and keeping no clean sheets until certain injuries hit. Won't. No bother with it tonight, please. Bittersweet week since I got the highest on the FPL for the game week. Oh, you did? Damn. Yeah, I should have done a year league Crazy Yardy, because I get How much we get? 80. And I think only Duke get higher than me in the week. Watch this bad mind Duke now. Talk about Arsenal got draw 2-2. Get the out of here. Fulham 2-1. Not even gonna write the Arsenal score there, you know. I feel bad for writing it, Duke, because it's not going to come true. Let's write the rest of them. Alright, so a Monday night show, people. Monday night show, because if we make the game them play, you know. So we have the 12:30 game tomorrow. Yeah, a long time Arsenal will get the 12 o'clock kickoff over England, you know. Let them know so we don't win them game there. Alright, game them down. So this, you know, Tottenham. Red Skull said, do Arsenal game. They said, Scully want to go to bed. Soon reach Arsenal game, man. 2-2. What's on 1-0? Alright, what else? Fulham. Tottenham 3-1. Forest 3-0. Can't no say that, man. I don't believe this, you know. Man U 2-1. City 4-2. And Chelsea 2-1. Do Arsenal game. Soon reach, man. Pull up too slowly, so it's easier to get into a low block. They'll pull stretch the game with 2. So you try and invert teams at death. Yeah, that is true about the inverting to death. Will Palmer start? Boy, Nagendra? I don't think so. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. You see, because the game is on Monday, I feel like he might go alright enough for start. If you not play tomorrow now, or Sunday even, but I say, boy, more up in the air. But you see that extra day there, probably going to be enough. 3-1 Arsenal or 2-1, I think, going to be low score, but we're winning. Alright. But 3-1 no low score, Red Skull. Alright, so the Brentford-Liverpool game, everybody were there in a building, drop them score. Alright, so Leicester, Fulham, people. Leicester and Fulham. Right in Biggs. Musk. I know Musk will send Fame one. I know Nick probably send Fame one too. I don't know what CK are actually there tonight. It's gone in bed. Alright, Leicester Fulham, people. So Fulham, 10th place, 30 points. Leicester in the relegation zone, 14 points. Finding it tough. Ruud van Nistelrooy definitely struggling. I think it's 5 losses on the bounce now. 3-0, 3-1, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0 last this week, Wednesday, against Crystal Palace at home. And then Fulham, they had a loss to West Ham on Tuesday. You know, before that, 2-2 with Ipswich, 2-2 with Bournemouth, 2-1 win at the Bridge, probably one of their better wins of the season. And then 0-0 at home to probably the most likely relegated team in the table right now, Southampton. So I think Fulham is just an up and down team, to be honest. You know, you'd never really know what's gonna come. And lately they have been making some individual errors in defense. You know, I would say like of the last 3-4 goals they conceded, probably 3 of them was like of their own doing, you know. So that is something that they're going to need to fix moving forward, because I just don't think that they have the type of team where they can continue to just give away goals and get results. They're gonna have to get a lot more stingy around the back and not give away goals. Alright, yeah, them get down to Forest 2-0. Alright. Arsenal B team 2, Fulham 1. Wait, who are Arsenal B team? Fulham? Coach say 2-1 Fulham. Fulham 3-1 say pristine. What about clean sheets? I expect Newcastle. Yeah, so I am not relying, but I have a Forest player and I have a Newcastle defender. Forest defender, Newcastle defender in some FPL teams. So yeah, I would say of the two, I more put my money on Forest keeping a clean sheet than Newcastle. But Newcastle has a good shot as well just because of how they're playing right now. Alright, so you think Arsenal B team a Fulham and them are gonna win 2-1, right? Not that Fulham are gonna have one. Alright, so for this Fulham Leicester game, people, I just not believe in a Ruud van Nistelrooy them, to be honest, Even though Fulham, I not believe in them neither. It's like I believe in them more. So I kinda like the sounds of that. I think, I'm gonna say 3-1 Fulham. I get the next beating again. Okay, 2-1 Fulham. Cool. A really Arsenal B team though. No lies told there. I'll float, alright. I can't understand this. I try again. I get a break. I go back to it. And I try read it again. Wait there. Okay, see it here. So him said 2-1 West Ham. I get that. 3-2 Liverpool. Right? 3-2 Liverpool. I get that. Then it's a 1-1 Foxes Fulham. Okay. Then it's a 2-1 Arsenal. Okay. Then it's a 2-1 Spurs. Okay. Then it's a 1-1 Man U Brighton. Alright. So before I couldn't over this. 3-0 Forest. And 3-1 City. And 2-0 Blues. So why did I move so confused before? 3-2 Chelsea. But yeah, you miss one. You miss Ipswich City. That's the only one you miss now. Bless up, Jeremy. What go on? Did you watch back the show? You never link me. Chelsea 3-2. That's true. I say 3-1, brother. Leicester can't defend. And then we make some chance and thing, but them not finish. Yeah, man. Big up Nicholas. Just Just drop the score them same way, man. Me add them in. All right, cool. Big up, Jeremy. Big up. All right, so that is the Fulham Leicester matchup. Let's X out of this now and head back to the games. West Ham Crystal Palace is the last one at 10 o'clock from the London Stadium. These teams basically right near each other in the table. West Ham after that win, jumping up to 13th now, 26 points. Crystal Palace 24 points. I think these two teams, probably looking in this time of the season to make that push to, threaten that top 10 area, really get away from the relegation zone. I think both teams playing some decent football right now. Even I would say the FA Cup match that I saw West Ham play and this game against Fulham, they look better. They're playing better football. The players running more, look more enthusiastic, more energetic. I think they had checked out from Lopetegui weeks ago, honestly, and you can see the difference. Last week, this was how Graham Potter started out the game. And, they don't have much options up front, so they played Paqueta basically as a false nine. Kudus really was playing up front, to be honest. And then Paqueta and Soler kind of played, number 10s or some kind of hybrid 10 role. Then they had Alvarez, Guido, and Soucek in midfield. And then they had this back four, Mavropanos, Kilman, Wan-Bissaka, and Emerson. So I wouldn't expect much to change from that, to be honest. I mean, he could go with Danny Ings from the start, but I think he knows that Danny Ings probably can't give him 90 minutes, so probably likes the idea of having him as an option off the bench. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went with the same lineup. I don't think Somerville is going to be back. So, yeah, I don't think he has much options really unless they sign somebody, which I don't think they did. So, yeah, I think that's going to look similar tomorrow for them. And then Crystal Palace now, this is how they lined up. And he pretty much picks the same team once they're fit. Richards will have to be playing a lot more now, of course, because Chalobah is gone. So he's fully fit and back. And that shouldn't be a problem because, I would say they're pretty comparable players in terms of those two players, what skill set that they have and everything. Mitchell and Munoz definitely holding down the wing back spot or left and right midfield. Then you have Lerma, who had to come off in the 20th minute in that game. So he probably won't be available for this coming match. You could see Dokore start this one in midfield who came on for him. And then this is really where the damage will be done. Ismail Assar and Eze behind Jean-Philippe Mateta. So, dangerous team on the counter. When these three are clicking, very, very dangerous. Definitely will create some chances in a game. It's just a matter of taking them, really. And for me, this fixture with West Ham and Crystal Palace is really a toss-up because I think both teams are playing better than they have been this season. But I think Crystal Palace might be a little bit further along into that playing better. I think West Ham's really just been the last couple of games. But they do have that added bonus of a feel-good factor. They won in front of their fans in midweek. The team definitely is playing a lot better, just a brand and style of football than under the previous manager and even the manager before that, David Moyes. So I just feel like that feeling in the crowd might change the outcome of the game. So I'm gonna go with a West Ham. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a draw. Actually, I don't think West Ham gonna win. So I'm gonna say another 2-2. I think both teams will score. Yeah, so 2-2. 2-2 West Ham and Crystal Palace. Pristine said 2-1 to West Ham. Yeah, I agree with that one, coach. 2-2. West Ham and Palace. Yeah, me agree totally with that. I see him some me amends it because I don't really think either team going to be able to stop the other. So Skull agree with the draw, but him say lower scoring. 1-1. Alright. Alright, people. Your time now, Skull. Aston Villa versus the mighty Arsenal at the Emirates. So this is the table right now. Second place right now, 43 points. Arsenal, Aston Villa in 7th and 35 points. But surprisingly, a -1 goal difference. Saw that the other day and I was like, wow. Arsenal got the revenge in August because they did the double over us last year. I think it was 1-0 at Villa and 2-0 at home at the Emirates in April, which pretty much sealed our second place finish last year. And then this year, of course, got the 2-0 victory in the first fixture. But I want to show you guys something. This was the two teams in that first fixture. So you had Ryan goal, Ben White at right back, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Declan Rice, Partey, Odegaard. So you could see the same midfield tomorrow. Bukayo Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli. So no Saka, no Ben White. They are gone. Everybody else is there. And then for Villa now, let's see how different this is going to be. No John McGinn. Watkins should play. Rogers should play. Tielemans should play. Onana might play, but he's been benching lately. Bailey started. He didn't start last week. So you might see Ramsey. Then you had Luka Dean. Paul Torres is gone. Ezra Konza is fit. Matty Cash is also fit. And Emi Martinez. So quite a few changes from that first lineup. And just to highlight that now, this was Arsenal playing Tottenham on Wednesday. Big up to everybody who turned out for the watch along for this. It was a nice stream. So David Raya was in goal. Saliba Magalhaes, Urian Timber, Miles Lewis Kelly. Excellent game for the 18-year-old, I thought. He was at left back. Then there's that same midfield that we saw against Villa in August. I'm hoping that all three of them can start again because I think that's our best midfield and we need to just try to play that midfield in the biggest games. And I would say Villa at home is a big game. This was the starting three in the last game. Havertz, Trossard, and Sterling. Now, of course, you saw Sterling come off in the 61st minute. I expect Arteta to go back to Martinelli from the start. I think what's going to be interesting, though, is where does he see Martinelli and Trossard being at their best? Trossard is definitely the more two-footed of the two players. So do you simplify the game for Martinelli, put him on the right, and just say, hey, take on people and whip in crosses? Or do you give him that freedom to cut in, which you don't really see him do much and take shots or anything? So I don't know. Me personally, I would probably just do a like-for-like switch. Sterling, I would tell him to play on the right. And I would probably bring Sterling off the bench in this game. That's just me personally, but probably it will be Mikel Marino and Jorginho starting or some foolishness. But I don't know. I can't see how he would do that, especially the type of performance that this midfield put in the last game that we played. I would have to play them again. Have to. And I'm probably not touching. Yeah, I'm not touching the back line or the midfield. I can make some tweaks up front. Play Martinelli through the middle. Bench Havertz. How about that? He would never do that though. most games we are talking about the possibility of high scoring at both ends. Premier League is exciting at the best football being played, in my opinion. But in terms of competitiveness and excitement, it's number one. Yeah, I mean it's the best marketed league, the most, it's seen in the most places, I think, especially in like the Western world, like English speaking world, I guess you could say. Um, so yeah, which is what most of us English is our first language, so I think that ties into it as well. Them man, they killed me title hopes last year. Yeah, they really did. They really did. Those two results, 6 points dropped. I think it was their game and the back-to-back losses. I think one was West Ham and one was, I think, Fulham. I think. Yeah, I would say those four fixtures last year like really did us in, to be honest. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be interesting tomorrow because you know that game was an emotional game, that North London Derby game. A lot of the players put in a lot of effort and work and running. So, I'm asking the coach to just play a lot of the same players, but is it really the smartest thing to do? The problem is we just have like only left backs on the bench. So we can't really change the team so much. As I said, Marino and Jorginho and Martinelli, those three would be the ones I would say you'd want to change. But my thing is, I don't want to really change this midfield. I think this midfield works the best. Of all the combinations in midfield that we could do. So let's just do that. Let's just go with that because Aston Villa will have like 6 people in the midfield. So I would like my strongest midfield to go up against how Emery planned to play. This was Villa's lineup against Everton at Goodison. And I couldn't help but to think that they had Matty Cash, Kanza, Mings is back there starting, Digne at left back. They went with Onana and Kamara in this one in midfield. Tielemans been freed up lately, playing closer to the striker, more attacking. Rogers on one side and Ramsey on one side and Ali Watkins up front. Now, this thing was interesting when I saw this because I saw that they got in Daniel Marlin, who is a wide forward, can really play through the middle as well as a striker. But in this system could probably play where Rogers or Ramsey's playing. The way that they're playing now, it's not, they're playing very narrow as a team, I think. They get their width really from Cash and Digne. Those two players, Morgan Rogers and Ramsey, are really kind of attacking midfielders who can do a job on, in wide spaces as well. But their natural instinct is to really come inside into the middle third of play or the middle part of the field. So it's almost like he's phasing out the Bailey role that they had because I don't think Bailey quite plays the role how Unai Emery would want him to, or not that he doesn't, but when he plays the way that I see them playing now, I don't think it's really the best you're gonna get out of Leon because you don't really isolate him in those pockets on that right hand side to take on somebody or cut inside or create a link up. It almost forces him to drive into traffic areas. And I think Ramsey and Rogers are better equipped to deal with that type of game. Even Marlin, who is not really a midfielder, but he can also dribble at pace in tight space as well. I think Bailey is more of, it has to be a certain circumstance for Bailey to be super effective dribbling. Whereas I think Rodgers can pick up the ball in his own box and just start dribbling and maybe dribble through everybody. It's a different way that they kind of go about it. So, it's interesting to see how they're playing now because I think it's kind of, I'm struggling to see where Leon really fits in if they're going to play it this way that they've been playing like of late. And it's really been brought on by for one, the squad makeup, the injury to Bailey. So he's been playing a lot of games where he has two players in that, where you say Ramsey and Rogers on this graphic, that are really more like midfielders. And I think it works because he loves to outnumber teams in midfield. So Rogers and Ramsey are very comfortable dropping in and making that extra number in midfield, because the reason why I say it can be like a 6 or a 6 in midfield is because, Watkins also drops and links as well. So when he does that, it's literally like 6 midfielders on the field. So, yeah, and I think that's the part of the pitch that I think is going to be the key to the game, that midfield area. Can Partey, Rice, and Odegaard influence the proceedings as much as they did against Tottenham, who I think just had some suicidal tactics? I think Unai Emery will be a lot more smart in his tactics. I think he'll be okay without the ball at times, just kind of setting up for when we do lose the ball, and he'll know, where to counter to be effective, because we saw them do it against us last year. We did a good job in the first game, I thought, but still gave up some big chances. I don't know if you remember the save that Raya made on Ali Watkins in that game, and then Ali Watkins just missed a sitter after that as well. But yeah, we gave up some big chances in that first half of that game, but in the second half, I remember completely shutting them down. So hopefully we can look at that second half and try to battle that up and give us a 90-minute performance of that. But I think Aston Villa, it's just going to be interesting how they play, because last year when they came, they didn't start Bailey and they went with a more narrow type system, and then they brought on Bailey later, and he was able to get the goal late to seal it, to make it 2-0. So I think something similar might happen tomorrow, where we don't see Leon from the start because he wants to play a certain way. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the same starting lineup. The only change I could maybe see is he might go for no, yeah, I don't think he would change anything because McGinn ain't there. So yeah, I think it'd probably be the same lineup, to be honest, for Aston Villa. I don't really see. I mean, yeah, Marlon might be available, but I don't know if he'll throw him in from the start in the first game. So yeah, this more than likely will be the team then. Onana, Kamara, yeah, that'll probably be it. But people, it's been a long time since we keep a clean sheet, I'm going for so we beat them 1-0 at Villa Park, and we lost 2-0 last year. So I'm gonna go for the reverse, 2-0 to Arsenal. Yep, 2-0. Clean sheet, me say. Arsenal 2, I'll say, ever clean. Bad mind. 2-1 Arsenal, say Skull. Yeah, we can see just 2. Honestly, need Rice at 6 and Marino at 8. Really? Nah. Thomas Partey have to play, bro. 1-1 draw. Villa not really like travel. Yeah, that's why I said 2-0. I know Villa away from home coming like a joke thing. Captaincy options this week, Najendra. I like Salah back on the captaincy. I know he was a dud last week, but I don't think Brentford, they are defending better, but I don't think they're quite ready for the Liverpool onslaught that is coming. So they're going to give up chances. I think Salah will be back in the goals. So he's a good option. And I would say Isak as well. Isak in the first game also have a very solid option for captain too. So I would say those would be the top 2 for me. And as of right now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Isak. Because I just feel like Newcastle are going to get goals and he's going to be involved. I mean, whether it's an assist or a goal, I just don't see him not being involved in that. Yeah, man, we need win. Saliba injured. What? White not available. Vanilla Rice is shit at 6 when teams deny him space. When he has time and space, he does okay there. Otherwise, he goes. Yeah, look, even when he has time and space, he just. I just don't think him trust himself. He would rather just play the pass that him know going to connect than try get it past a man foot. So even when you look at Partey stats, he probably give away the ball more than you would want to see them to. But I think if you analyze the giveaways that him have, it's almost always a line breaking pass that him lose the ball on. Every now and again though, him is a little sloppy with even the shorter pass them, but I just feel like for some reason him lose focus at least about 5 to 10 minutes out of every game I've ever seen him play. I don't know what it is, but him have something in him brain that just disconnect for a little bit. That thing need him to sweep in this game and Marino control. Okay. So you are based the Rice at 6 on a defensive thing. And me are pre the whole and the thing is, that's one thing that is true about Partey. I don't think him really love when, and I don't think most defenders love this. But when somebody is driving like right directly at him, I think Partey is good at sizing up, intercepting. If the player is running laterally or sideways and can kind of get a foot in. But if you're running straight at Partey and you make him have a face up, and yeah, him don't like that. Yeah, I am. I've been told that, bro. For real. I am a nocturnist actually. I think I am. Recently, Partey has struggled when teams are broken on us. Maybe his legs are not what they were as good as he has been. Villa look to counter. Yeah, that's the one thing that Red Skull. The more I think about it, I understand the premise because you could see. All right, there was a play in the game, the last game. I think it was the play when who was running down the flank. It wasn't the Jed Spence one when him crossed it. It was another man running down the right hand side, and Partey was like running. But Partey was like sprinting and everyone else was sprinting and it just looked like Partey was jogging. And I'm like, bro, this man cannot sprint anymore. When teams have a good compact shape, we have struggled to break them down this season. So I'm concerned about the Villa game. Emery knows how to organize a team defensively. Yeah, he does. I just feel like Tyrone Mings good for giving up something. Them have players around there that will make a mistake. I just hope that Emi Martinez don't feel like just don't let a goal score. Cause him have those games where him just save everything. So hopefully him not depend that tomorrow. I'm beginning to go back to the mineral, but bless up game birds. What go on? Yeah man. Now see they about for a while, bro. Big up yourself. Yeah man, just send the whole of them birds. Me jot them down. Yeah, come know some well late tonight, so enough people just drop for them one. And crazy, yeah, they drop every score except for what name there? Ipswich and Man City. Man United until they were down to 10. Ipswich, Everton, Newcastle struggled to break down the compact defensive shape. Inverted is for the madhouse. People need top inverting there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, bro, that's why I need him for rest and probably play next half. Okay. He's not 100 mil player. No, he's a 60 mil player from England. So that equals a 100 mil. You know the calculation. Add 40 million to any value. Man United game, he was a mess. Yeah, he was. After run, sorry. No man, no apologize, bro. It late. But big up yourself. You're very they call it now, polite. Being polite is a good thing. 3-0. Tottenham 2-1. United 2-1. City 3-0. Chelsea 3-0. Man says a cakewalk for the big teams. Yeah, Martinez was a bad one. For sure. Terrible. And the crazy thing is the man come and the man literally win a FA Cup with the keeper, you know. A rotted cup run him up on, you know. I was playing good in the league all through that time. And I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't get it, bro. It don't make no sense. Everton 2-0. Richard Edwards. Wait. Okay, Spurs 2-0. Jano coach, I'm both for mess you up. 2-all. Alright. Forest 3-0. City 2-0. And Chelsea 2-0. Excellent YouTube. I think he deserves way bigger numbers. In due time, 1-1. In due time. In due time. Man's have to put in the work. That decision was crazy. Coach John is off a lot of the time. Yeah. I mean, look. Let's try see. I mean, one day that would be a good show in a 1-1. Literally just say, all right. We're gonna pre all of the player them that him let go and that him sign. And we'll just give them a pass or fail for that decision. And see how many we're gonna add up the pass them and add up the fail them and see where him land for real. That's a good show. From Aubameyang to everybody where him let go. Emi Martinez, Ramsdale, all of them where him let go. And then talk about Ben White and who else him buy? Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Merino. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good show. I'm gonna do it. Not as busy as last time, but still busy. Okay, not talk about the workflow. One doctor done. All right, so what game, man? We're on the Arsenal game. But now we're moving to Sunday. Everton Spurs, people. Everton Spurs. So, Jano, this is a relegation 6-point joke. Everton, 17 points. 16th position. Spurs, 24 points. 14th position. Wow. Plus 11 goal difference, though. Minus 11 for Everton. The crazy thing, Spurs, they've played 21 matches. They've lost 11. They've lost more than half of their games. That's crazy. They lost to North London Derby 2-1. They lost to Newcastle 2-1. They drew with Wolves 2-all. Lost to Forest 1-0. And lost to Liverpool 6-3. So they've lost 4 out of their last 5. Only 1 point from a possible 15. Everton, very similar form. But they have 2 points from a possible 15. So both teams definitely on the slide. Tottenham smashed up Everton 4-0 in the first fixture. But I have a feeling under David Moyes, this fixture will be a lot different. Everton as well, I thought looking a lot better from what I've seen them playing under Sean Dyche. Even in that 1-0 to Aston Villa, they had some very good football in that game. So I'm of the mindset that Spurs is not going to have this one easy. I think Spurs defense is vulnerable. The goalkeeper seems to have come back down to earth after his start to life at Tottenham. I think the mistakes were starting to show. Very soft goal, according to a lot of people, conceded to Trossard. So I think David Moyes, Goodison Park, Sunday, early kickoff. I think Postecoglou on Sunday night might not want to pick up his phone because it might be ringing after this result. I'm going to go for the shock of the week, people. The shock of the week. Everton 2. Tottenham 1. It's going to be Expressions is going to be the greatest show on YouTube that day. All right, birds, I drop them. Skull say 1-1 Everton. Yeah, man, I give them the win, Skull. I go for a mad thing. 3-2 Castle say birds. 1-2. Hammers 2-1. Brentford and Pool 2-all. Fulham 2-0. Villa 2-1. Jeez, I'm cool bad man. Forest 3-0. It's alright, man. I dub plate for play for now. Brighton 2-1. Damn. Manchester United dead. Three 0 Forest. City 3-2. And Chelsea 4-2. Alright, birds, I get it. But I don't play it for your game, birds. Well, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it for you. Hold on, I have to play that dub plate for now. I know him can't make no forward pass, but I rate the G for know them tuner. Yeah, who teach him that tune there? That one I know. Potter is a very good coach. Huge upgrade from the last madman that couldn't organize an orgy in a brothel. They were all over the place. Yeah. I don't know what Lopetegui was there on. Yeah, man, everybody see that, bro. But hour 6. Cause the other day, I say, I don't know if it's Massacre himself did post it. But I say Arsenal are listen whites in a locker room, and me a pre say Sterling have the auxiliary card, you know. But this whole time I Rice still play the tune them, you know. Trust me. Alright, Man United versus Brighton, people. So Ahmad was the savior. Definitely save a meltdown from happening, because I'm telling you, people, if that game ever did end 1-0 to Southampton, even if it did just draw 1-1, it would have been meltdown season for all the United fans. But instead, the storyline was Ahmad is the greatest thing, and Saka never scored a hat-trick in the Prem yet, but Ahmad and Cole Palmer and Foden do it already. So all kind of madness and tweets I'm seeing. But, Man United, good job. Got a 3 points, so you move up to 12th. Brighton still 5 points ahead of you, and they're coming to town to try to get all 3 points at Old Trafford, because people have been lining up and collecting 3 points at Old Trafford this season. Southampton was in line, but realized they were too small to get on the ride, that 3-point ride that Old Trafford giving everybody, so they couldn't get on the ride, so they end up losing. But I feel like Brighton is a big man team, so they will probably be able to get on the 3-point right. So I think, right, that Brighton is the type of team that going to give Man United a lot of problems on this day. Just their style and everything. I don't think Man United going to like their style of play and how they go about things. Yeah, I think Bournemouth is a good example of the type of things that could happen to Man U and in the game tomorrow. All right, I'm not gonna go as far to say that they lose. I'm just gonna say that Brighton get a point. So I'm gonna say this one ends 1-1. I think some good goalkeeping keep the score down, but 1-1. 1-1 United and Brighton. Just have a draw written all over it. Yeah, yo, that more saying a Red Skull. So just say it for me. 3-1 Brighton. I'm gonna put it on the paper, but honestly at that, me there pre 3-1 blow or Brighton, but true, I don't want to go overdo it. We say Gunners himself from long time. Mad. Big artist. They say Ken, he's not tier 6. Nah man, he must sing my press trigger, I mean I press people button. That's true, me have 22 in them something. Alright, Forest and Southampton. We don't really have to waste no time, people. Forest Southampton. Clean sheet settings 2-0. Now give them a killing. Just 2-0. I know Nuno not gonna know what to do with himself after then go up 2-0. I said, damn, I'm not have to defend. So I'm supposed to do now. So I'm gonna say 2-0 to Forest. Alright. I do want to look at something with this Ipswich and City game now. So, alright. Ipswich, them they're in 18, 16 points. But they're right there. I think it's Wolves in 17th right now. And with Wolves playing Chelsea, this could be a move for them. But Manchester City people, they were on a decent little run, Well, I mean, they had 1-2 on the bounce, looking like they were going to make it 3, but Brentford demoralized them late, scoring 2 goals and getting that 2-2 draw. So I think looking into this week now, Pep Guardiola will be wanting to, get this team going on some sort of run to end off this season. We learned that, he's divorced from his wife, and ruling in court was not very good for him. He's losing everything, half of everything, and it's just not looking good for Pep. So this can, I don't know how I look at it, people. I think sometimes with winners and people with winning mentality, if they end up winning a lot and you always constantly hear them saying things like, we need to look for things to motivate us, or we need to, I'm wondering, does Pep find some kind of weird way to make this whole situation him going through galvanizing players? Like them well want to win it for him now because of what him going through, and I'm gonna put it past Pep for even say all them things and say, guys, you see how my life is messed up, man, and the man them just, I don't know, like the man gonna goodly use that, and you see the player them start play on a different level, and I wonder what happened. And them I say, how them I play for Pep? Man, I got through it. So maybe Pep wasn't crazy after all, people. The head scratching and the mashing up himself. Maybe this whole time it had less to do with football and more to do with his actual life, And the football was just not helping because it wasn't going well either. I don't know, but it's rough. It's rough. And But I know the details of why them splitting and everything, but trust me, the ruling when me sit today, boy, the world on a level when it come on to them thing there. Ipswich, this is how they came out in the last game. We saw Omari come back. Last year this was saying Jamaica people. Blow out. This was saying Jamaica people. But not anymore. This was saying Jamaica. Now it says England. Damn. I hope them happy now. But yeah. Ipswich. I don't think them should change anything. Maybe West Burns can bench and start and probably play Ben Johnson because he have a style where when he want to go more defensive and play like two fullback on one of the side them. So he might go for that type of thing tomorrow. But we shall see. Ipswich, Manchester City, Portman Road is a rotted place, but I think they're going to go off and puff, but they're going to lose. 3-1 City. I think they might all score first too. Roy Delap against him whole team. The team will grow him. Alright. Next fixture is the last fixture of the week. And that's going to be Chelsea versus Wolves on Monday. So Wolves just outside the relegation zone, just on goal difference. And they... Actually, I don't even think it's goal difference. I think they just have more goals scored is what it is. They got 3-0 last week, 3-0 the week before. Before that, a good 2-2 away to Tottenham, 2-0 over Man United, and a 3-0 over Leicester. So this new manager that they have now has pretty much had every result so far. A couple clean sheet victories, a draw, and 2-3-0 losses. So, he's done everything with the team already in terms of results, and he'll want to get back to winning ways after a couple of losses in this game. But it will be a tough game at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. The one thing I will say about Chelsea is you're going to get chances against them. And I feel like Wolves is the type of team that even against teams that don't typically give up chances, they do create things. So I would like to think that they're going to create things tomorrow against Chelsea in this game. But the key for Wolves is going to be Chelsea's going to have more of the ball. How does Wolves' defense hold up? Because I've seen games where Wolves' defense look like the worst in the league. I've seen others where they look pretty serviceable. So which version of this Wolves defending you're going to get tomorrow? That is the question. That is the question. Because it has been comical at times from them. Mistakes, miscommunication, just overall poor, shabby marking, defending. This is another one. One is right. I just can't see how this game don't have a lot of goals. I think Chelsea continue to drop points, man. 2-2. 2-2 draw. Cunha, back to life. It's been a little while. What? Then Red Skull, you never said 3-1 Brighton one at a time, then. Alright, so yeah, change your score. Yeah, man. And send some better one this time, because you don't want to get donkey 2 weeks in a row. So you change your Brighton score. Yeah, no 3-1, you say. And then 2-0. Oh, 2-0 must have been for Forest. Okay. I get that one there. They say I get top 3. I wouldn't put it past him. Where said De Bruyne have another 90 minutes in the legs. The coach just needs to put some wit in the team. All this inverted nonsense too easy to stop. Pep is a genius and an idiot at the same time. Yeah, after being terrible, still only 3 points outside the top 4. So no big deal. Pep prepares for City season. City. I go mad in a transfer window. Yeah. Okay. Me pre. Yeah, basically. So that the points is a tiebreaker. So this is how it look. I mean the goal scored is a tiebreaker. So I'm sure you how it go 1-1. So basically, I think we still have this in this. So this was this week standings, right? So this was the standings for this week. So me and Craig get 7 and 3. But because 2 of my score them was perfect, we get the tiebreaker. And I saw it go all the way down. So you see the little number here, so that's how much actual correct score the people them get. And that would have given them the tiebreaker. And then this was the worst for the week, you know? The donkey them. Big up yourself, Javari and Crazy the TV. Somebody has to beat, you know? And it was you guys this week. But keep trying, my people. You'll get it. You'll get it one of these days. All right, my pre. So I have 3-1, 2-0 Forest, 2-all City, 2-all Chelsea. All right, I get it. Javari said 1-1. Liverpool 3-1. I know say predicting on a year thing 1-1. So I know say you're not gonna do it still. But it's a little nice little another way for us banter with people, you know. Can never banter enough. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the games this week, people. We'll see how everybody fare. I want to try to repeat my title from last week, but we'll see how it work out. Let's just take a look at the table as well, just to make sure we know what's going on. No, but Javari, all right. Look what you say. You say if you tell me I just win and draw, I win a lot of match. So I'm telling you something, Javari. Obviously, if you tell me win and draw, and you think one I side them now go lose, you know must win more. You just make it easier. So just giving me the score as well, it don't really change nothing. You still only get 3 of them correct last week, you know. out of the 10, you know. All right, so it's the relegation zone. Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton. I think Southampton done. I don't care. Them could have win all 3 games in a row. I'm gonna say, yo, them still a go down. Right? Leicester, I wouldn't say they're definitely going down, but I'm leaning heavily towards saying that. Ipswich, I think they'll be in and around this relegation zone the whole time. Which side of it they end up, I couldn't tell you yet. Wolves, of all the teams down here, I think talent-wise, they should be able to get their way out. But at the same time, I see deficiencies in their defense, especially, that could cause them to just stick around this area for the duration of the season. Now, Everton, I predicted them to go down this year. But I'm going to be honest. I just feel like they're going to find a way to not go down this year. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know why, but I think Everton will be safe. Crystal Palace, I think, will be safe. They're in 15th. Spurs 14th. I don't think they'll end up so far in the table this year. I think they'll eventually get towards the 10-9 spot or so. West Ham 13, Man United 12, Brentford 11, Fulham 10, Brighton 9th, Bournemouth 8th place, Aston Villa 35 points in 7th. A win will get them level to 4th place, Newcastle. Man City 35 points as well, but a better goal difference, so they're in 6th. Then we have Chelsea in 5th on 37 points. They have been on a poor run, as you can see there. Then you have the teams that are, pretty much on fire this year. Currently, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, in the league. I don't know about on fire, but Arsenal and Liverpool doing well as well lately. So that is your top 4 currently. Newcastle 38 points, Forest 41 points, Arsenal 43 points, and Liverpool on 47 points. So that is the table currently, people. If you weren't sure either about these, this is how the stats are looking right now. Salah 18 goals, Haaland 16, Isak 15, Palmer 14 now, and Boomer 13, Chris Wood 13, Johan Wissa 11, Mateus Cunha 10, Nico Jackson 9, and Ali Watkins on 9. Then assists, you have Salah on 13, leading in goals and assists this year. Saka on 10, Anthony Robinson all the way up to 9 now. Damsgaard 7, Jacob Murphy 7, Bruno and Ahmad both on 6. Gimares, Palmer, and Son Heung-min also on 6 assists. Passes, Van Dijk, Colwill, and Saliba. So 3 teams with a higher passing percentage in the league. Clean sheets, Matt Sells of Forest out in front of that one. 2-game advantage on Pickford and Raya both with 7. Onana, Dubravka, Dean Henderson, and Dubravka hasn't really played the whole season. He's already on 5. That's impressive there. Liverpool lead the league in goals with 48, then Spurs 43, Arsenal 41 with Chelsea. Brentford in 5th on 40, City 38, Newcastle 37, Bournemouth, Brighton, Fulham all with 32. Tackles, wins, losses. Southampton leading the worst category. Yes, people. So that's a little glimpse into the stats so far this season. Now, let's take a look at the fantasy. So these are the league right now, people. The I Am Sure Sports League, And you see it. You see where the Gooner resides. At the top of the table right now. I would show you my lineup, people, but you know say the vulture them out. I'll keep that till the review show and I can see how the team did. Yeah, man. Draft leagues. First. Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here, people. We need to keep this going. First in everything. Yeah, man. Let me show you that one, yeah. Because on my team, nobody else can have it. So, how stay? Cunha not playing? What you tell me, say? I'm still going to put him there, just in case him do play. But I don't think his money is not going to start. I don't think Brentford going to have a clean sheet. I mean, Konate going to have a clean sheet. Tyreek Mitchell against West Ham. Oh, this stay. This can go on. Should I start Mitchell? I think Kudus going to play striker, so I might score or get some chance at least. Henderson or Verbruggen? Who should I start in goal? What do you think? Yeah, me not think I know these two draft leagues mean some money prize there. But me not think there's no money thing in I Am Sure Sports League. Just say I do it for fun, you know? Bragging rights. 2-1. Laban, what about Leicester Fulham? Okay, see there. What that? Old manager bounce. So I think people, seriously, may I ask an opinion? Right now, alright, so if Cunha don't play, Muniz will get the points first. But we can switch them two, yeah, so that if him don't play, I get Mitchell points first. I feel like Muniz are going to play now, but him just have forward off of the bench. And alright, I'm going to allow him, you know, because I feel like if him do play, probably I'll get a goal and him forward on the field, because Leicester. So, time they might try get a goal for get back into the game and leave space or them things. So, I don't know, I'm gonna allow Muniz into the first spot off of the bench just in case. If one of my defender them not play, it automatically go play Mitchell anyway. I mean, I want to overdo it because I have Henderson a start already. So if them get scored on, I'm going to start Mitchell too. Then that will be two players when I get no bonus there, so unless Mitchell get an assist or something in the game, so which is possible. And even though Gabriel, I say it will be a clean sheet, but I don't really believe in it so much. But I just believe in a Gabriel to score a goal or get something done on the offensive. So my luck, my bench Gabriel because I think they might get clean sheet, and that week there, him score 2 goals from corner or something like that. Or some kind of set piece. So that is that team. Let me check out the Crystal Ball team now. So Raya in goal. I'm gonna sell Sanchez, you know. I'm not trust Chelsea defense. No, this back line is a madness. Should I start Collins against Liverpool? I mean, that seemed like a dead trap. But it's a threat from set piece too. Yeah, start Mitchell in that one, yeah. Start him, yeah, man. So on to Cunha, brother. No, man, it look like I forgot to sort out myself, you know, because my team not ready then. If I them thing they are going. Alright, Javari. Let me see the rest of them now. Leicester. Let me see the rest of them. Leicester. Wait, that already. Everton 2-1. New manager bounce. Man U 2-1. Alright, 3 more Laban. Transfers. Alright, me show you what out there if you can transfer, because you see in the draft league 1-1, you don't have any way you call it, you know. You don't like you can't just each player is only on one team. So alright, for example, you say me for trade out 2 of them forward, yeah. I think it was this team you're looking at just now. So if we go to transactions, right? I'm going to go to forwards. Show available. So this is what I have to work with in the league, you know. Right, so these are all the forwards available. I mean, I know Werner injured. It looked like Brennan Johnson out. Maybe Richarlison. At least him going to play. I don't really have nobody else. Danny Ings maybe, because West Ham not a forward. But even him probably not going to start. You know, Awani going to get barely any time. Same for Nketiah, off the bench business. Patson Daka not really in the coach rotation right now. So the only one on there really that, you know, Adam Armstrong down the pecking order as well. Moniz is second choice right now. So I don't know, bro. It's rough. Yeah, Chris Wood already on the next team. Chris Wood is in my FPL team right now, yes. But as you can see, my options are very limited in this draft league. All the striker them gone. And you know, at one point this season, the strikers on my team, Cunha, Havertz, and Solanke, that was like a great trio. But Havertz hasn't been great for a long time in this fantasy game. You know, I mean, he started out great. 12, 8, 6, 8, 6, 5, 6, 7. And he never played the last two and then him get one last time. So he hasn't really been terrible. I mean, 7 goals, 2 assists. Not the worst. He hasn't been that bad in fantasy, honestly. Cunha been good. 10 goals, 4 assists. Solanke, 7 goals, 5 assists. So, yeah. Havertz I do the worst out of the 3 of them. But yeah, this midfield is stacked. Rogers, Foden, Semenyo, and Salah in a draft league. And Brennan Johnson too. That decent little side that, you know. Hopefully Cunha alright by Monday, brother. Cause, you know. And Chelsea 2-1. Yeah, man, it's a little bit more difficult, you know. Ahmad go crazy last week. Sure, say enough people are draw for him, yeah, man. Ahmad, me know. Enough people drop Cunha and then boom up. Alright, people, yo, I hate that, you know. We can't get not even Ramsey for Jamaica. Brother, Jamaica no business with the ball of them, brother. Yeah, man, Ahmad is no joke, bro. Super talented baller. Very, very talented. Yeah, but Laban, McLaren, I gotta tell you, say, them baller they need time for see what them want to do. Yeah, man, I get the whole of them, Javari. The whole of them. Me never did I say it, but me did I write them down and I look. So respect. Yeah, hopefully Biggs G, Moss, the 2 Nicholas them, drop for them, score them, cause you know the late night probably get them out still and probably think some of us never did I do the show tonight again. But I don't know people, family come first, you know, and we'd have some things for sort out and man should have to eat and sort out him life too before we stream. So yeah. The time is the time, but at them time, you know, 1:13 before you know it, I get up and I watch the first game. So, big up on yourself, people. Thanks for tuning in, everybody that been here for the entire show. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, man. Everybody, whichever party there, big up on yourself. One, thanks again for the super chat. Really do appreciate that every time, my brother. And everybody else that tuned in, really greatly appreciate the view. Hopefully you smash that like button as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the EPL review show Monday night. But look out for some content this weekend as well, people. We haven't done a kind of in real time check-in with the players and what they're up to. So we'll probably have a little how did the reggae boys fare around the world? And we'll definitely include the reggae girls as well because they're playing as well. So yeah, man, we're going to do a little check-in with the players and see what they're up to this weekend and what they were up to earlier this week. We had some players playing the Saudi League and everything. So we'll just compile some data, come have a discussion about the players and what they're up to. That's really what we love to talk about more than anything. We definitely had something to react to as well from the JFF today in regards to their YouTube channel. So we're going to maybe touch on that as well a little bit in that show. So look out for a little Jamaica reggae boys, reggae girls overall content this weekend as well. And then Monday, we'll return with the EPL review show as we do each and every week. Once the match is played, we come and talk about the matches, come and give you the results of the standings. And you guys out there try to avoid being the donkey. And I will try to win the league every week. All right. So big up yourself, people. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody that made it an interactive show. We greatly appreciate it with your comments in the comment section. And yeah, man, until next time, I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And come on, you Gooners. 3 points.